Welcome back to Filmography Friday. I'm the JJ. This is...
Am I wrong? Am I wrong, dude?
Am
I wrong?
I'm just trying to intro.
Am I wrong?
Okay, you're not wrong.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong! You're just an asshole!
Looking out my back door.
Big Lebowski, year's 1998. We pretty much have Walter here, so we don't need a little pop for it. We have a life like Walter. And yeah, we'll just move on. We'll move straight into it. You're not the only one who gives a shit about the rules. Please don't make a scene right now. So we start with the narration of Sam Elliott. And it's basically introing us to the dude, referring to himself as the dude.
Weird choice.
Really weird choice.
He's a kind of a big guy, especially for like Western shit, and he's just in this movie.
No one would self-title themselves that where I come from. It's like, what, are we about to get into like a shootout in a saloon?
Yeah, right.
Drinking some sarsaparilla? I think the good component of that, though, since it is Sam Neill narrating, they have the tumbleweed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's not just a reference to like the whole Western Sam Elliott narration. What I think it's mainly there is it just rolls through everywhere. Like the dude just rolls through. Kind of like Sam Elliott just rolls through.
Like a bowling ball.
As he's rolling through his life, the dude, Lebowski, the Lebowski we're following currently, I should say. Because, you know, coincidences happen. And this just happens to be one of those coincidences, because dude opens his door, walks through the front door, and gets mugged.
Jeff Bridges, I love you.
Please let me show you my penis. Oh. Please let me show you my penis. Please let me show you my penis.
So anyway, the dude is the one that we're following. There are two Lebowskis conveniently in this town.
Yeah.
One of them is a rich guy, the other guy is a burnt-out stoner.
Who's clearly a loser.
Yeah. And he returns home and gets jumped. The fuck is happening?
Yep.
Very jarring, and this is the good use of jarring. This is the use of jarring that is supposed to be jarring. Also, a really interesting way to just set up the plot.
Because, and that's
just
exactly...
kind of dumps it on him.
That's exactly how
it's supposed to feel.
That's exactly how a break-in and an assault would happen.
Right. Where's the money, Lebowski? They're dunking his head in the toilet. Oh, you know, it's somewhere down there. I need to take another look. This review, because this is such a good movie, is probably going to turn into a quote fest. Not only is this a great movie, so that's why, but I think this is probably, like, hands down the most quotable movie of all time that I've personally watched. As far as many quotes as you can think of. Like, at least one a scene, for me personally, can I think of. Shut up, Donnie.
They still use it for memes. You still see people all over the fucking internet with dude avatars.
So, after all this stuff happens, the thugs basically take a giant piss on his rug. Which is a shame, because the rug really tied the room together. But yeah, so after that, what else does the dude have a choice to do but then to just go bowling with his friends? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? You've no idea what just happened. You just got your ass kicked. You're in a bowling league tournament. You gotta go. All right, fuck it. So their conversation at the bowling alley is what we pick up on. That's where it cuts to. And it's the perfect Coen brothers mashed conversation. And what I mean by a mashed conversation is you have Party A talking to Party B, because Party C is off bowling, and then when Party C comes back, who happens to be Donnie, played by Steve Buscemi of all people, when he comes back, he tries to input his own ideas into the conversation, which starts not meshing well.
Shut up, Donnie!
And then you have him, Party B, responding to Party C.
Turn it over your head, Donnie. So
yeah, basically Donnie returns to a confused, out-of-sync, hurried dialogue, which is both funny and realistic. That's the best way I can put that. Walter, of all people, tells fucking the dude, as the dude's stretching out weirdly like a stoner. So you're asking the wrong question. The question is, the question isn't why did this happen to you? The question is, what is with the other Lebowski? So he tells him to go to the Lebowski and get reparations for the rug. Why don't you just give me the money for the rug, because your wife slept around town and decided to be that asshole, for lack of a better term. Floozy would probably be a more accurate one.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and give me the money for the rug? Oh, you want handouts? You want handouts?
Yes, your wife slept around.
Yes, exactly. One of my favorite shots in this movie is you see in the real Lebowski, not the dude, Lebowski, in Lebowski's hall of basically accomplishments and treasures and rewards for things that he very clearly is just an asshole about and probably doesn't actually deserve. They show that much later. But you're seeing all this, and then there's this time achievement mirror. Even if it's not a mirror, it's just this very polished metal, and our Lebowski, the dude, the lovable loser, he just looks at it. He has this moment where he just kind of, and he looks at it, and you just see the shot of the loser Lebowski, Man of the Year, Time Award, and it's his face in the thing. That's just genius. I don't...
little things.
Exactly. It's just a little thing to add to it. So, aside from the compensation, we also get introduced to Tara Reid's character, because, yeah, she was in things that were considered good outside of American Pie 1. So we get a nice look at their fucked up relationship. Bunny and Lebowski successful. Not Lebowski light. Lebowski successful.
The old man with a horrifically young wife.
Well, he's also paralyzed, so it shows why she sleeps around. And
shit.
There's a story there that makes sense.
No shit.
But she shouldn't be sleeping around with nihilists. Those fucking nihilists, man. So, on the way out, one of my favorite quotes from this movie, another personal favorite. This doesn't seem to be one that's tossed around a lot. This is just one of my favorite. He walks out after being told, your people lost, Lebowski! The stoners lost!
The hippies lost!
Yeah. So he's walking out, and then one of my favorite quotes, so, Lebowski, how did it go? Oh, he told me I could take any rug in the place. Just walks out like a fucking boss. Dude eventually gets called back in by Lebowski, and we think that it's due to the rug. They instantly squash that. You can keep the fucking rug. I don't care about the rug, Lebowski. What happened was murder mystery. We think Bunny's been kidnapped, potentially moited. Moited. In the scene, this has two tones on it. Right now, it has a sad tone. You feel really bad. You're just kind of like, wow, this guy's a piece of shit, but this is the only thing he seems to care about. It's just, wow, his wife was kidnapped. There's a layer of just sympathy with all of these points. But then later on, the more that's revealed through this movie, the more you realize how twisted and fucked up this scene actually is. So one of my favorite comedic moments in this movie, and there's a fucking metric shit ton of them. One of my favorites is John Turturro, of all people.
Oh.
Hold on, I have to play it. I have to obligatory play it. Play the Phantom's Chewy Machen Tachen song.
Everyone is running to Phantom's Chewy Machen Tachen for the food the heroes eat.
Yeah, John Turturro, of all people, plays this weird pedophile. Was it a pedophile? He's a sex offender. We don't know exactly what he did.
No, they called him a pedophile.
John Turturro fucking is playing this pedo character, as we mentioned, and he's literally just one of the best comedic parts of this movie. He'll come in for a scene, like for a 2-second scene, and just steal it. For example, this one that I'm talking about, just randomly him bowling and humping the air and being like this weird machismo like guy, but then like they have the Hispanic Hotel California playing. It also sets up he's the rival character in the bowling tournament, which, granted, if I'm being critical, really doesn't mean much.
Yeah, it technically goes nowhere. The movie ends without that ever really fulfilling.
It's more of a place for our characters to escape, to actually just get away from the shit that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small negative, but a negative.
So, dude winds up going back home, gets butted in the face, gets knocked out, and you see the scene of him just flying over the city. And him flying over the city is him unconscious. It's a very clear representation, which I
don't know if it's a representation of being stoned or he was knocked the fuck out.
No, yeah, he was knocked. That's what I got out of it.
Like that's rattled brain.
Because the way that, exactly. Because the way that I took it is it's like you're seeing stars, you're in the stars type of thing.
You're flying, man.
Yeah, exactly. We cut back to Philip Seymour Hoffman, Lebowski, and the dude, and they're talking more about getting Bunny back. And there's a line here that, again, I just want to drive this home. Different meaning now than later, and this is going to keep happening. Less and less so until it's the reveal. But, quote, her life is in your hands, dude. Walter tries to switch up the plan when they go to make the trade for the briefcase.
Oh, yeah.
Because Walter had to come for this.
It's like underwear or something?
Walter, yeah, my dirty underwear in one briefcase, and in the other, it's money. Tons and tons of money! One of these days you're just gonna have to wake up and stop acting like that, okay? Someone's gonna have to tell you that you're stupid and you're gonna have to get over it. It's like a line along those lines, and it's like, yeah, you should tell that to yourself. I mean, you both should probably be listening to Donnie. If you really think about it.
Listen to Donnie. Listen to the one normal guy who's just trying to get a word in. Also, if someone said to Walter he was stupid, we all know how that would work out.
But the only thing we have to play devil's advocate here. Fucking every time Walter has said something so far, he's been right. Oh, come on, they're not gonna do this. Oh, yes. Come on, this. Oh, call him on this. Oh, they'll call us right back.
Yes and no.
He's been pretty much right.
Yes and no.
He's shown to be crazy because the gun.
No, or rather, he's shown to be basically a psychopath. He's just a lot of anger.
Yeah, PTSD from Nom.
But it's more he's been half right.
Well,
because he always gets something just off the mark.
He ballparks it.
He's always just off the mark with it.
Yeah.
He's in the right direction. He's just not in the wrong place.
But as an audience, you're not entirely sure of his character yet, so you could be like, okay, he could be right.
I want to word that.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's right direction, wrong destination.
That whole scene of them failing actually leads to one of my favorite shots in movie history, and that's the shot of the crash happens, they leave with their motorcycles, and you see, I believe it's Walter who's just standing there. And the dude runs up, wait! But it's the stationary shot on Walter, and the focus just starts slowly gaining on the dude as he runs up. I think it's one of the most beautiful shots I've ever seen in movies.
Does Walter, just roll out of the car at some point?
Yeah, he absolutely does. So, they go, in one of the best lines, again, one of the best quotes in the movie, so, what do we do now? Bowling? And then they just cut to the bowling alley. Fuck it, we're screwed. We've hit the point of no return. We're probably going to jail. She might be dead.
We still have the money.
Fuck it. Let's just go. Let's just get out of here. Yeah, they still have the money, which they leave in their car stupidly because the car gets stolen while they're bowling.
And there was never even actual money in there, was there?
No, there wasn't. That's the whole point. There was never actual money in there. The entire point was for them to basically be blamed. Oh, they were going to be blamed. Oh, you had a ringer. You killed my wife. You're responsible. What a fucking monster. Thinking back to those lines I set up. Wow. Wow, you're a piece of shit. That isn't revealed here, though. That is revealed much later. Just want to bring it up now. So, yeah, the car's gone, and this leads to the dude filing a police report. Not for the car, but for the money that was in the car. For the briefcase. For the briefcase, man. It's got my papers in it. Kind of papers, you're unemployed. You just said that to the fucking cops. But during this whole police report thing, yeah, my rug's also gone or whatever. And then you have the you have the whole thing with her in the background in the answering machine. Oh, yeah, I'm the one who took your rug. Oh, I guess that's one case closed.
Still funny how the cops don't know who took the car, but when they find the car, they didn't search it. And they fucking dude finds homework or whatever.
Yeah.
From the fucking kid who stole it.
Oh god, and that leads to one of probably the best comedic scene in this movie with John Goodman. We'll get there in a second. But I actually have a sound clip of it.
When you find a stranger in the Alps.
When you find the car going missing, and the police report leads us importantly and in a clever way, actions leading to other actions, not just things happening. We meet her character, Julianne Moore, who is amazingly artistic, amazingly acted, and is obsessed with sex. I personally love how she has this whole spiel about, are you scared of the woman's vagina? Most men are terrified of saying the words vagina. It's like, what the hell?
With that, snobby tone, and it's like...
This is a great stab at, artists. So she shows him this tape with the Nihilist, which turns out to be a porno with him and Bunny. Explaining why he was floating in her pool. I like the interconnectivity. Once again, Coens are great at that. It's, oh, okay, so that's why this happened before, this is why this is happening, and it all makes a congruent movie. Surprisingly so, because it is pretty much all over the place. You won't learn about something from the beginning until 30 minutes in, and you won't learn about that thing from 30 minutes in until 20 minutes, and that thing that you learned 20 minutes after that might have been learned 15 minutes earlier than you thought it would have. It's very messy, but it all works, if that makes sense. It's the equivalent of taking the mess and throwing it in the closet, but it doesn't spill out afterwards. It all manages to be tidy. It works. This movie absolutely dates itself. There was a cameo from Da Mairera. The comedian, the Italian comedian, Da Mairera. Just the cab driver or whatever it was. Okay. I'm not normal. I watch a lot of, nostalgic, 80s stuff. I watch my parents' nostalgia. So I get weird cameos and stuff like that. A major audience watching this movie would be, who the fuck is Da Mairera? This also sets up, you got that guy following you. Who we won't know until much later is actually following him. which is a major setup, and also seems really weird halfway through the movie, but...
Also something that sort of goes nowhere.
No, it does. For the first time, we feel a sense of severity when Bunny's toe actually gets sent. We're like, oh, so this is real? As an audience. At least I personally felt for this.
Oh, one of my best conversations. This leads to one of my best conversations. My favorite conversations in the movie.
What, with Walter?
Yeah.
I could get you towed by 3 o'clock.
I can get you towed by 3 o'clock.
Again, though, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
And in that case, he really isn't wrong. It's not Bunny's toe.
Yeah.
Look at the... There's proof right here. Where do you see proof, dude? Where do you see proof? Right there. That's her fucking... I saw her putting that nail polish on. You can't get blue nail polish anywhere?
Yeah, you can't get blue nail polish anywhere. I can get you towed by 3 o'clock.
And then gets thrown out. Dude he walks out for getting thrown out due to fucking, noise complaints. But no. I'm gonna sit here and finish my fucking coffee. Because this is America, damn it! I thought this was a really nice scene. When dude is in the tub, he's actually just staring at his toes. He's feeling responsible. That's all that's sticking up from the water, and he's just staring at it, and it's just, I have all mine. Bunny, because of me, doesn't. Very powerful scene. Again, for a predominantly comedy movie. And I also think it's also a level of he's fucking terrified that his shit's gonna get cut off, too.
Yep, and then they show up here, I believe.
The weasel? Whatever. They say, like, weasel or whatever, and it looks like a ferret, so I'm not... It's a rodent of some... Elongated rodent. That's what I'm gonna call it. Just dumps it in the tub. Which seems like a totally fucked up scene.
I personally call it a waste of space, but, yeah.
But no, he literally just drops the ferret in the tub, and it just starts going crazy, which makes me feel bad not only for dude, but for the fucking animal.
Yeah.
Double dick on fucking both of those.
That's how torture works.
You don't have to... Okay, if I'm killing someone with a saw, or torturing someone with a saw, I don't have to spank the saw and tell it sucks. You don't make your fucking tool feel bad. Oh, we get amazing, cop... Okay, cops in real life are basically muddied and dragged down by media cops. It's just a fact. Because not all of us, but a lot of us take what we see from cops in media and go, oh, well, they could do this, right? No, most of them can't. Like, 90% of them probably can, especially if you live in a small town. So, do you have any leads? 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 Yeah, let's go ask the boys in the crime lab if we got any leads. So the Tumbleweed song starts playing when Sam Elliott actually enters at the bar, which I thought was nice. It's a nice way to tie back in that whole tumbleweed through life scenario. It also is a major lift up for dude. For some reason, this random Sam Elliott guy just...
Sam Elliott's just wandering in and out of movies.
Yeah, and he just comes in and fucking helps the dude out morally, and then that's it. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's out of nowhere, but it's one of those out of nowhere things that I think actually weirdly works. Weirdly, might I add. So, of all places for Walter to come in and say, like, oh, we got leads, it's the Landlord's Play that, again, chaos of a movie. The Landlord's Play is set up in, like, the first 20 minutes. We're in, like, the second third. Landlord's Play. We're actually going to the Landlord's Play. I did not think this would be a point in the movie.
And what was it? He said he couldn't go because he's Jewish.
Oh, it's the Sabbath day. Yeah. I'm not allowed to drive. I'm not allowed to answer the phone.
Your wife was Jewish.
And? Excuse me.
I converted.
Excuse me. Do you think just because I divorced my wife, I'm just not Jewish? I'm just gonna stop being Jewish? I turn in my library card, I switch my possessions that I own, and I just fucking stop being Jewish? No, I am now Jewish. I also think that the relationship sets up how Walter, how dude, despite being a loser and not having a job, actually still lives in the apartment. You owe me last month's rent, dude. He's just a nice guy and he's friends with the one who lives there, you know what I mean? Or the one who runs it, so... That's how, in my mind, that's what the point that was for that. But it's never said, so that's all speculation. Is this your homework, Larry? Is this your homework, Larry? What the fuck are you talking about, Walter? We know it's his fucking homework. It says his name on the fucking page. Did you steal my car? That's the best part, is he just keeps asking, is this your homework? We know it's his fucking homework.
we know it's his homework, Walter.
Stop trying to be CSI Walter. We know it's his fucking homework.
I think that's a part of Walter's character I like, though. He just really hammers the point home.
I think this movie succeeds entirely based on... Not entirely, that's unfair. Mostly on the chemistry between Jeff Bridges and John Goodman, who work effortlessly together. The two playing off one another in a comedic way needs to happen in more movies.
It's like John Goodman's character in this is like the absolute, like, he's what's the word in comedy? what's the word you use?
Foil?
Yeah, he's the foil to the extreme.
Yeah. So while Walter's right a lot, him being an asshole gets dude into a lot of trouble. His car gets smashed due to another guy, because...
See what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps?
That's the funny part. That's actually what they change it to when they play it on cable, because the actual line is "fuck a stranger in the ass."
See what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps?
They actually...
You beat him to death?
Yeah!
You don't help him out?
Dude, you made it up the Alps. You're not sharing credit with anybody. So anyway, he meets Jackie Treehorn, the guy who creates this porn.
Yeah.
He goes to his office. So dude gets drugged, and we have yet another trip scene. Another like, oh, I'm knocked out and unconscious. Woo, trippy.
But this time from another drug.
This one had Saddam Hussein owning a bowling alley and the dude being a ball. So he works for Saddam Hussein? The thing that I dislike about this isn't the trip itself or anything. It's more that 2 trips in this movie, not spread enough apart, are just a little too much for me personally. It might be used as a transition to wind down the audience from what's going on, but I don't...
You know, it's not really needed the first time, but this time it would have worked, because he was slipped a drug in a drink. Yeah,
I feel like this probably would have been the better time to actually enact it. That's a fair point. So the dude eventually being forced into a physical by Julianne Moore's character, who we totally don't think that's actually going anywhere, the physical thing. But it actually is pretty relevant.
Yeah,
right?
I like how that actually went somewhere. She kept pushing him to go get the physical.
Go get the physical. You know, you were bruised up pretty bad. It could be bad. Just go do it. And you don't even get why. It's just kind of like, oh, all right. And then it happens. So we're at the physical, and the doctor turns out to be for Maud, to see if dude is okay to conceive.
Yeah. They just didn't tell dude.
So the whole movie where you're hearing her on the phone leave messages and tell him in person, go see the doctor, it's actually because she's trying to force a baby out of him.
And I was like, wait, what? And then she's like, no. They don't want this child to have a father figure.
Woo!
Alright, okay.
I just want to cut to a clip of, like, Maury where the dad's like, it is not your baby. Yeah! So another party shows its head, because we already have the police side, we have Lebowski side, we have the dude side, we have all these sides, the nihilists. There's so many chaotic sides going on, and now we have another party in Bunny's parents, which turns out to be the car that was following him. So it does go somewhere, it just could have had more impact. So we also reveal that the tow came from one of the nihilists. We see Bunny, we actually reveal that twice, we see Bunny in the car, on her way somewhere. So at that point we're thinking she kidnapped herself, which is clever. Pans down, you see she has all of her toes. Oh, what the fuck? And that actually, in all fairness, that didn't even hit me until this scene, where it pans down and we see the nihilist is missing a toe, and it's, oh, okay.
She's missing a toe.
Yeah. So eventually Bunny makes her way back. Bunny took Bunny. Not in the way the movie was saying, so we still actually technically have a twist here.
She just went out of town.
I actually think that's clever.
Parents.
Yeah. We also reveal that Lebowski tried to set up Dude, as we mentioned earlier. And here's the one thing that I love. Walter, this is the reason why I wanted to mention this scene. Walter walks over to fucking Lebowski. Dude, he's not even paralyzed.
Here we go.
I've never been so sure of something in my life. The one time Walter's sure.
Before.
Yeah, meaning you watch TV. Because this is literally straight out of a sitcom.
Yeah.
Picks him up, throws him, the paraplegic, to the floor.
Oh.
You were right. The one time you were fucking sure, Walter. The one fucking time. Are these guys gonna hurt us? No, Donnie. These men are cowards. Walter for president, 2016. You don't remember that with the nihilists? They're going to attack them. Everyone's like hunching back Walter. No, you don't scare me. Bring it on. Fuck you and your katana. Because, yeah, they brought a katana to a fucking parking lot brawl. What the fuck is happening? And Walter actually kicks the shit out of 3 nihilists. This was awesome.
And then Donnie.
Donnie, you hear a gunshot, and you're thinking, oh god, red flag for Donnie. I was.
And then, didn't he have a heart attack?
He actually has a heart attack, which is the funniest twist. Yeah, no, nobody got shot, he had a heart attack. That's like one of the most fucked up parts of the movie. Like, in other movies, when a character you love like that dies, and they're the only one to die, it's like a, moment. Like, and this, it actually is legitimately funny.
He was such a minor character, but he was a minor character who was treated like shit. And then Walter even fucks up scattering the fucking...
But I think it's brilliant writing to have one life enters, another exits. Little Lebowski comes in, little dude, and
well, we don't see
Donnie
it,
exits.
we know.
Well, she's pregnant. Yeah, it's confirmed.
I just want to also touch on Walter. Basically giving, like, the speech for when they spread Donnie's ashes. And he just starts...
in a Folgers can! In a coffee can!
Yeah, because they couldn't afford a fucking urn. And he also fucked up because when he threw out the ashes or when he dumped it, it just sprayed on the dude. But,
who's just standing there like this?
Yeah, with his sunglasses.
The fuck, Walter!
Yeah, what the fuck, Walter? But he like gives his speech.
That hug was really sad.
Yeah, and the speech turns into literally Walter's problems and being a nom and whatnot. Yeah. I don't buy it. He kidnapped himself. Alright. Do it live. In the early script, dude was the heir to the creator of the Rubik's Cube, which would have made a lot of sense. Dude says, man, 147 fucking times in the movie. 1.5 times a minute. This is John Goodman's favorite film of his. I don't blame him. Fuck is said 292 times, giving Tarantino a run for his money. In the original script, Walter wasn't a real war vet, which would make a lot of sense with his actions and attitude. He acts like something he never was. But I'm sort of glad they dropped that, personally. Please like and subscribe.
What are you doing?
Finishing the video. Because you fucking disappeared.
Yeah, you would. You wouldn't pay any money for me.
Well, you kidnapped yourself.
I don't know why you'd assume that. It says we have the JJ, not I have the JJ and I am the JJ.
It's your fucking handwriting.
Give me the fucking money. I'd rather be in Florida because it's actually surprisingly colder there than here right now. So, we'll see you next week. If you can, like and subscribe. Oddly hypnotizing. If you can, like and subscribe, leave a comment below. Tell us if you want us to cover anything specific, any things you'd like us to see improve on, or anything like that. Go ahead and leave it in the comments. And, yeah. That would be a ponytail, jackass. Take 90! If you can, like and subscribe. Just click the little arrow below, see what we're doing next week. It's going to be a still in cinema. We don't know what it is yet, because we don't know what the cinema's going to have that day. So, yeah. Next week, we'll see you on Saturday. We'll obviously just still see you every Monday for Random Mondays. And, I don't like where this is going.
Am I the only one who gives a fuck about quality film around here?
Those are good burgers, dude. Shut the fuck up, Donnie!